So have you ever wondered why your photos don't look as good after you upload them to Instagram? In this video, I'm going to help you with your export settings so you can upload high quality photos for Instagram from Photoshop or Lightroom. Let's get started. Don't forget to check out the links in the description. Hello, I'm Charles. Welcome to the channel. If you're into Photoshop, Lightroom, and photography, and even a little video and video editing, please consider subscribing and click the bell notification so that you're notified when we release brand new content every single week. So what do I mean by uploading high quality photos to Instagram? Aren't all photos high quality on Instagram? Well, they could be, and not always are they, but one way that you can get to that is you can follow Instagram's own guidelines as far as image size and aspect ratio. Here's a page from Instagram's Help Center. So it's telling you that there's a width range from 320 to 1080 pixels, and that you can have a aspect ratio of 1.19 to 1 or 4:5 ratio, and the height needs to be between 566 to 1350 pixels with a width of 1080 pixels. So those are the measurements, but really the statement here, if the aspect ratio of your photo isn't supported, it will be cropped to fit a supported ratio. And the other statement, if you share a photo at a lower resolution, we enlarge it to a width of 320 pixels. If you share a photo at higher resolution, we will size it down to a width of 1080 pixels. So basically what they're saying is if you don't go in these guidelines, they're going to squash your picture this way and that way in order for it to fit on Instagram. So that may take a lot of the quality out of your photo. So now we're going to go over into Photoshop and solve this problem. So first, let's talk a little bit about this aspect ratio and what it means to our photography, and kind of get an idea of why one aspect ratio is better than the other for Instagram. So I'm sure you know that if you use your camera and you hold it this way, that is horizontal, and that's a picture that you see on the screen right now. It's a horizontal orientation. Same if you want to use your cell phone, hold it up like that. But how this comes into play, come up here to crop, come up here to ratio, and I'm going to type in 1.19 and put 1 over here. And I'm going to take this grid out. Here you can see that this is going to be cropped to this aspect ratio. And you have some areas here where your top and bottom is cut off, and you can reposition your photo and maintain that aspect ratio. So if I commit this change, there is my 1.91 to 1 aspect ratio. When you put this in Instagram, what's going to happen is it's going to work in Instagram. You still have to size it to 1080 pixels wide, or the width of this picture, but it's going to look further away once you post it. So what you really want to do to maximize Instagram's real estate is you want to shoot vertically like this, or if you have a picture like this where it's a horizontal orientation, you can come up here to, let me clear this, 4:5 aspect ratio, and you can see that it's now changed that aspect ratio. So if cropping this with a 4:5 aspect ratio still tells your story, you could do this. The best way is probably to shoot for Instagram in the vertical orientation. Okay, so remember, we're going to shoot our images for Instagram in the vertical mode. So the first thing we want to check, and we can check this in a couple of different places, but let's check it here under image mode. Make sure it's in RGB color. And so if you made the adjustments for brightness and contrast in Lightroom and brought it into Photoshop, that's a good place to start. You can also adjust your color in Adobe Camera Raw. I'm going to come down here to add a new adjustment layer and add a color lookup, and I'm going to choose Crisp Winter Look and close that, and I'm going to take down the opacity just a little bit. So it's just an example of things you could do. And now what we want to do is we want to crop our image. I'm going to come up here to the crop tool, C for the crop tool, and up here at the top I'm going to select ratio and type in 4 in the first space and 5 in the second space. So here is my 4:5 aspect ratio, and I can move this up or down to get my crop how I want it. Click on this check mark, and so now I'm going to size the image. So I come up here to image size, and first I'm going to make this resolution to 72, and then I'm going to change my width to 1080, and this is what Instagram wants. Width of 1080 and height of 1350. If I say okay, it got smaller. So here is my image. Now what I want to do, and the last thing that you should do, is sharpen. After you've got it cropped and sized, then do the sharpening. So I'm going to make a new layer, then hit Shift Option Command E to make a stamp visible layer. And now I can do my sharpening. I'm going to come up here to Image, Adjustments, to desaturate. And I'm going to make a smart object out of this layer. Right click on that layer and say Convert to Smart Object. I'm going to change the blend mode of this to overlay because I want to kind of see my sharpening at real time. And then I'm going to come up to Filter, Other, High Pass. And if I zoom in a little bit, or a lot, right now I got the radius, that's way over sharpening. And right now the radius at 1.1, I'll say okay. And I can turn that layer on and off, and you can see the sharpening. So now we're ready to export this. Come up here to File, Export, Export As. Here's the Export As dialog box. Of course we want a JPEG. Image quality, I'm going to drop this a little bit to 72. And the image size, it's already 1080 by 1350. Canvas size is the same. And I can export it anywhere on my drive here. And so now you want to get it on your phone. If you have an iPhone, you can airdrop it, which is something I like to do. If you have iCloud, and you can put it in your photos from your Mac computer, Dropbox, Google Drive, anything to get it on your phone. So now that I've airdropped my photo to my phone, all I need to go is over to Instagram. Now I'm on my Instagram page. I just hit the plus, and here is the image. Don't forget to hit the arrows here on the lower left hand corner so that it looks like that, and so I can keep on hitting next and then upload it. So now let me show you how to upload through a browser on your computer. So I'm on a Mac and I'm using Google Chrome, and come up here to the menu on the top right and come up here to More Tools, Developer Tools, and this icon up here, it looks like a phone. I'm going to click on that, and it actually looks like I'm on a phone. If you don't see this plus down here, refresh your browser. So now if we click on this plus, just like on the phone, and I'll choose my file, say open, and there it is in Instagram. Click on the double arrows right there, and you can keep on saying next, and eventually you can post it. So now let's go over to Lightroom and work on our settings there. Here is that same image in Lightroom, and I've already added some adjustments here in the basic panel. And now I'm coming over to the calibration panel, and I'm going to give this image a little teal and orange look. Something like that. And so now I'm going to crop this, and remember what we said, the 4:5 aspect ratio is what we want for Instagram. You can also do 1:1, but we'll do 4:5. And there it is. And I'm going to pull this down just a little bit and hit enter. So now we have our aspect ratio taken care of. Now I think I want to sharpen it a little bit. So I'm going to come over here to detail and just bring up this sharpening here. If I hit Alt or Option and click on the masking, the white areas are visible. So if I bring the masking to the left, the black areas, it's hidden, so it's not sharpening the sky. And we'll just take out some of the sharpening, just keep it around the buildings as much as we can, and the plants. And if I zoom in a little bit, there's the before, and there's the after. Now I go over to the library module and hit export. I'm going to leave export location to where it is. It's going to show me the location when I export it. I'm not going to rename the file. Image format is JPEG, color space, sRGB, quality 70-ish is good. Now we're going to hit this resize to fit, but I want the short edge to be 1080. Resolution is 72. I'm not going to sharpen because I already did. And I'm going to say export. And I can export it to the file system. And now I can either airdrop it the same way I did to my phone, or I can upload through a browser. So now the question of the day. What software do you use to set your export settings for Instagram? Let me know in the comments below. If this video was helpful, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. If you want more short tutorials, see the ones above. And remember, it's never too late to learn. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.